big town is beautiful, nice people. It's very hot. The weather is crazy here. It's hot. I'm sweating. It's beautiful. So my team and I took off from Manchester Airport in the United Kingdom, and we traveled all the way to Vietnam. It was a very long journey. It took us 2 days to get to Vietnam, so we had to stop over. At Dubai. So we took off from Manchester Airport, stopped over at Dubai, continued the next day, and got to Vietnam. It was a very long journey. We arrived safely, and we were received by our host over there. So the time difference in Vietnam is 6 hours, 6 hours ahead of the UK, 6 hours ahead of, Nigeria. The weather here is nice, yeah, but very, very hot. Tropical, very, very hot. I was sweating. I came in my jumper because it was very cold in the UK, traveled all the way, and by the time we arrived Vietnam, oh my god, I was sweating. I had to take off the jacket, and then it was raining. Okay, so this period in Vietnam is a raining season. It rains, so I was even thinking maybe with the rain it would be a bit chilly, but no, even with the rain the weather is so hot. So it's you need to be in light clothes, t-shirts, and a lot of people go on short knickers and all that. So it's really hot here. So my team and I are global researchers, and this trip is both a business trip and tourism for us. In Vietnam, we aim to research into how we can minimize food waste, and this is a government-funded project. Okay, it's a government-funded project. So the main purpose of this project, is to address a global challenge in achieving sustainability and resilience of agri-food supply chain. So that is what we are here for, to interact with the Vietnamese, to interact with the food sector, to establish the causes of food waste, and to develop a model, to help them minimize food waste. So it is going to be an interesting, adventure here, researching, tourism, and having fun at the same time. This project is funded under the Excellent Science, as you can see, and is coordinated by the University of Liverpool. Okay, so that's why we're here. We arrived safely, settled in our hotel, and then the first main challenge for us was food. Where do we get food? So my team and I set out. It was raining, but we needed to get food. So we set out in search of food. We went round. Eventually we landed in one of their restaurants, and by the time we had a look at the menu, we were like, oh my god, There were a variety of dishes there. But one thing that wowed us was the snake dishes. You see, they've got menu for different kind of, snake dishes. If you want snake head, if you want whatever kind of snake dishes you want, they had it there. And then on the menu was another for frog. The same way you would have chicken dishes, beef dishes, fish dishes. They had frog dishes, they had snake dishes, and we were like, oh, wow. So we were starving. We just traveled, 2 days. We were starving. So what do? We don't know anyway. So we had to settle down, and we decided, what? So we don't eat what we don't know. So we don't end up eating snakes. We settled for rice. So we had egg fried rice. And then I ordered some vegetables with some beef. And when the vegetable arrived, oh my God, it was just chunk and chunk and chunk of vegetables. They were not sliced. And I looked at it, I just didn't know where to start. So I just settled for the rice and had it. It was a very tough first night. We had a long journey. We didn't really have good food. We just managed what we could find around. And then the next day, we set out looking for food. And you know what happened? We eventually found an African restaurant. Not just an African restaurant, a Nigerian restaurant. And this is how it felt. We were over the moon. So here we had a very good time. We ate, we danced, we enjoyed the environment. It's so lovely. I couldn't believe I could find something like that in Vietnam at all. It was so brilliant. It was like being at home again. We had good food. I had pounded yam and banga soup. Banga soup with fish and skin. We call it momo in Nigeria. Skin and a lot of all these assorted kind of things. And I was licking my fingers. I was like, ooh, wow, it was a good experience. And we told ourselves, brilliant, now we know where to go for food. Okay, so talking about food, there are quite a number of restaurants here. So even if you're a foreigner, you will definitely find your kind of restaurant here. Indian restaurant, the native restaurants, English restaurants, African restaurants, whatever national that you might be, you will find something here. I really do like this environment because it feels good. It feels good. Yeah. So we ate, and after eating, we explored the city. Oh, we even discovered some lovely club houses, and the whole city was just vibrating. It was wow. I'm enjoying it. It's just a couple of days that we've arrived, and it's been fun all the way. Fun all the way. We had a very lovely day 2. Day 2 was great and better than day 1. And we went back into our hotel, settling, and looking forward to having a good time. We're going to start our research in 3 days, so we would have been well rested, for 5 days and explored the city, before we kickstart our research. I'll be keeping you up to date with our adventure, because I can see this is going to be a great adventure. I already told you about the food. The food is nice. Well, whatever you want, you'll find it here. If you want your native food, you'll find it here. If you want to explore, the Vietnam kind of dishes, like the snake dishes, like the frog dishes, you will enjoy it here. But for me, I've settled, for the African cuisine, so that is where I'll be having my meals, except if I just want a little bit of Indian, a little bit of English, but something that I know, because I don't plan to eat frog or eat snake, so I'll have to be careful with my food. So that will be it for now. That's just the updates. I'll be coming up with videos to tell you about the people of Vietnam. I'll be telling you about the city generally. The language is another thing. Oh my God, that's another challenge. The language. Majority of the people here don't speak English, and we've had to stress trying to explain ourselves using gestures, sign languages, and shaking our head, shaking our hands, describing. God, yeah, it's really gonna be interesting. So for our research, definitely we're going to be employing an interpreter who's going to be mediating between us and the natives during the interview. Another thing I would like to do a video about is the money. The money here is, I don't know, if there's one thing that is giving me a whole lot of headache, it's the money. The money in Vietnam. 1 pound is about 25,700 and something Vietnam dong. So you can imagine, I bought bread, and they told me I bought bread for 30,000 Vietnam dong, and I'm like, what? 30,000? But by the time I converted the 30,000, it was just a pound plus. So we eat, you have a simple meal, and your bill arrives, and it's like 300,000 Vietnam dong, and you're wondering, what have I eaten? 300,000? Am I crazy? You pay for your hotel, and you're paying in millions, and by the time you convert it to pound, you're just like, oh my God. So I'll be doing another video about the money, the city, the people, the language, and our overall experience, and most importantly, our experience, when we carry out our research. I'm going to do a video about the experience. Okay, so if you're new to my channel, this is Dr. Abby. I do videos about travel and food adventures. I do content around educational and career support. I give tips, that can help you make informed decision. If you don't want to miss out on all this content I've talked about, please subscribe and like our videos, okay? And I'll stay in touch. Thank you, and bye for now. Bye.